What's going on, guys? Aussie Fragrance here, and I'm a bit sick, but I'm bringing you the top 17 fragrances in my opinion. My honorable mention goes to Invictus Aqua by Paco Rabanne. The reason it's only an honorable mention is because it's discontinued. You can't get it again. But it smells so good. It's so calm and relaxing. It's so inviting. It's not as intense as the original where it just smells like a straight orange. This is just a little bit smoother, a little bit nicer, and a lot of people like it. I haven't had anyone give me a bad compliment with Invictus Aqua, whereas the normal Invictus, someone said, oh, you just smell like an orange. Like, I don't really want that as a compliment. So, Invictus Aqua is my honorable mention just because it's discontinued. You can only get it online, and it's about $150 Australian, so only branch out and get it if you really, really need something like that, or you just want it in your collection. So, now I've got 7 fragrances for you guys. My number 7 spot, I didn't want to put it on the list, but it is here anyway. It's Paco Rabanne's 1 Million. Everyone knows it. Ugh. I didn't want to put it on the list, but I saw it there and I had to put it there. Only because whenever I go out and buy a fragrance, there's always someone there that's either suggesting someone 1 million or buying 1 million. And it's just, it drives me insane because I used to wear this back in like 2008, 2009, and people are still wearing it in 2017, but every time I go out I see it being sold and I had to put it on the list. If you don't know it, you might as well just go and get it because everyone else is wearing it. So that's why it's not my number 7, because I know it was sold like a beast because I see it all the time still. So number 7, Paco Rabanne's 1 Million. Now my number 6 spot is an oldie but a goodie. Everyone should know it. It's Jean Paul Gaultier's Ultra Male. Now it's on my list. I only just brought it the other day. I never smelled it before this. I have Le Male Summer, and I also have Popeye as well. But this one, I saw it finally in a shop, and I was like, I need to buy this. It only cost me $50, so I was pretty happy with it. When I brought it, I sprayed it straight away, and I got this nice minty pear smell, and it was actually really nice. It was such a smooth smell as well, and it lasted so long. I just had it on my wrist, and I smelt it at the end of the day before I went to bed. It was about 7 hours later. It's still really strong. So I was really proud of it. Jean Paul Gaultier's Ultra Male, wore it to work, got a compliment straight away. If you can pick it up, I would. Honestly, I would. Even though it's been out for ages, I doubt many people have had it because I don't smell it on other people. So in Australia, it's not very used. Definitely get it. It's quite cheap and it works so well. My next fragrance is just the Fresh King, I swear. It is Acqua Di Gio Profumo by Giorgio Armani. Now, this is the freshest fragrance I think I own, just because it literally smells like you just got out of the shower, you sprayed on some just any aftershave, like one you bought from a store, but then it has that little hint of, oh, maybe that's an expensive fragrance, and it lasts forever, and it's really nice. Like, it's just the most casual smelling fragrance that I've got, and I really enjoy it. Other people enjoy it. It's just fun to be around, and it's not something that you can spray on and no one will dislike. I think everyone just likes it or loves it. There's no, I hate that fragrance because it just smells clean and fresh. So if you can pick up a bottle of Acqua Di Gio Profumo, that's my number 5 spot. My next fragrance is the most expensive one that I've brought off the bat. 1 million only cost me like $60, so I'm not really going to count that as an expensive fragrance, whereas this cost me $150. It is La Nuit de l'Homme by Yves Saint Laurent. Gotta enjoy it. This is just the most warming and inviting smell that I have. It's really good for winter. Summer, it's crap. I sprayed this on in the morning in like 35-degree heat, and it was gone by like an hour or two later. You just couldn't smell it anymore, and it just didn't project. It was just nothing. You could smell it right on the skin, but nothing else. It's such a good smell on clothes though. For some reason it just lasts longer on clothes, whether it just doesn't like my skin or just any skin in general, because I've heard other people don't really like the performance on skin where they like it on clothes, and it really does last longer on clothes. So if you're about to get ready to go out on a night out, I would spray this on your clothes and maybe some on your skin, but just spray that on your clothes and you can wear just any deodorant and you'll still smell great because it will project off your clothes as well. So La Nuit de l'Homme, my number 4 spot. My number 3 spot goes to none other but the king, Creed Aventus. Now, I can't believe I went out and spent $550 on this, and that includes postage as well. I brought it online, and I was like, look, I got paid a fair bit. I might as well just go and buy it, because $550 is basically a little bit less than what the average wage is in Australia. So that's 1 week's of wage right there in a bottle. You can see I have not sprayed it at all. Like, I sprayed it twice or 3 times just to know what it smelled like, and I was like, wow, what a beast. I haven't worn it out yet. Apparently it gets compliments like a boss, but I'm just trying to find the right occasion for it, because I don't just want to wear this to work, because apparently it's a massive powerhouse, and if I'm working in a smaller environment, I don't want people just getting wafts of this royal pineapple in the face, you know. But it's such a good fragrance. It really is. It lives up to its name, but the price I don't think does. The price is just way too much. I would pay $250, $300 at most for this, but $550, I kind of let myself down a little bit. But it's good for the collection. It's there. So my number 3 spot is Creed Aventus. My number 2 spot is none other by Terre for men. I only brought this like a week ago. I've used it a little bit, not too much, just a little bit. I actually had it on today. I looked at it. I only brought this because I looked at it on Fragrantica, and it was like most voted by women, best fragrance for men, and it was Terre and I was like, second was Creed Aventus, and then third was like Dior Sauvage or something like that. But that was, I was so shocked. I was like, that really? Because that just seems like a normal fragrance that I've seen before. So I went in there, spent $80. There it is, and it comes off with this mandarin vibe off the start. That's what I got. So I smelled it and I was like, okay, it's a summer fragrance, mandarin, yep, all over. It just smells like a citrus blast, honestly. But then you give it about half an hour and you get this nice warm cinnamon pepper. It's so sweet, and it's actually one of the best fragrances that I actually have, and it only cost me $80, and it lasted about 6 to 7 hours. Not something super impressive, but for an eau de toilette, that's really good. So I was really proud of it, and that's why it's on my second spot. It's only brand, I've only had it for a little bit, and it lasts forever, and it projects well, and people like it. I wouldn't spray it straight off and be like, smell this, because it doesn't really smell too great. The vetiver is really, really strong off the bat, but then it calms down and it gets really nice, really smooth. I really liked it after it's been on my skin for about half an hour to an hour. So my second spot, Terre Number one fragrance, and it's gonna be like everyone else, honestly. It's of course Dior Sauvage. Now it's on the list because it really did just get overhyped like crazy, and I was like, oh my god, I need Dior Sauvage, I need it. Everyone loves it. I've heard so much about it. I need it. So I went out and I brought it, and I got it in also the pack. So it came with an aftershave, and it also came with a little 10ml bottle as well. Now, the cool thing about this, I was so impressed. I've never seen something like this, especially come from any fragrance. So, there's a little Dior written there. But if you take the lid off, which is almost the same, it's not metallic like this one, or magnetic, I should say, where it just clips on itself. But you take the actual capsule out of it, and at the bottom, if you can sort of see, is a dispenser sort of thing. So, what will happen is when you've run out of your 10 mils, you will go and you will get your bottle, take the lid off, you'll take the middle cap off, it won't come off, but you'll take that middle cap off, and then you'll pop this on, and it will just spray like a lighter does when you're filling it up with fluid. So I thought that was awesome. I was like, I can refill this whenever I want as a traveler as well, and it fits in your pocket. Like, look how, as my hand is, that's how small it is. So nice. I thought it was really good how this came with it as well. So, and it cost me the same amount. It cost me $150, and that's how much the actual 100ml bottle cost. So that's 100 mils, 10 mils, plus the aftershave as well, which is only about 5 mil as well. So I'm kind of winning. But when I smelt it, I got this nice, clean, fresh smell. It kind of reminded me of Acqua Di Gio Profumo, but it really projected more. I wore this to work 3 days in a row, and all 3 days someone gave me a compliment. There's nothing else I can say about it, but I do think it was overhyped, but I don't think it was... It didn't disappoint. It gets to the point, girls do love it, but don't expect some stupidly strong powerhouse that you've never smelt before, because it really just smells like a really clean, fresh fragrance. Something that I've smelt before. That's what it smells like. I was like, wow, this DNA is not really strange. It's not really unique. It has a small hint of Dior DNA, but I've smelt that Dior DNA in like J'adore by Dior. So it kind of had something a bit clean and feminine about it, but it was really nice. It was smooth. You can wear it any time because it projects in winter, it projects in summer. But yeah, Dior Sauvage for my number one pick. Gotta be the king.